So that's going into my next question. If I purchase a product and I realize a few days after that it's not working, what are my responsibilities as a consumer?
First of all, let me say it starts from when you want to purchase a product. You should look at what you're going to purchase. Look and be sure that it actually fits the purpose for which you want it. And be sure that every single thing that you want there is really what you want. And then also check to see if there's any warranty on the product. If there's no warranty, I'll advise you don't buy the product. Go for the product that has a warranty. And then look, be sure you know the terms of the warranty and what you should do with the product, and not to, so as not to vitiate the warranty. And one essential thing you must also do is keep your receipt. Your receipt is the one that tells exactly where you bought the product, the date you bought the product, and all that, and is your connection of the seller with the manufacturer. So if you have a problem with the product and you see that the problem falls within the warranty of the product, you should go back to the seller and complain about what you're facing, and the seller should be able to do something about it. But if the seller does not do anything about it, then you should come to the CPC.
Okay, so my next question then would be, I changed my mind. I bought the product, I got home, and then my sister said, oh, no, Florence, no, it's too masculine. You should be purchasing something more pinkish or something. So I buy a car, it's black, I want a pink one, and I change my mind. I go back to the store and I say, oh, I don't want this car anymore. I want it in pink. If they don't have it in pink, well, I want my money back. Am I allowed to do that?
Let me say for now, there are no regulations or laws to support that position. First of all, the consumer has a right of choice. When you go to exercise this right of choice, you have a right to information, full information. If you have you had the full information prior to making that choice, that's the time you can actually make your choice.
Okay.
So going back and say because you change your mind, it's a little bit dicey right now. But if there's a problem with the product, like for example, there's a particular case we have, the consumer asked for a 2013 Toyota Camry model and was given a 2012 model. Definitely, that's a case for the CPC, and we're able to get a refund for that consumer.
Okay. And another technical area that we've had in terms of complaints is that, consumers complain about the issue of best before date. Is that the same as a warranty? I mean, is there a difference? How do you explain that?
I think to say it in a simple manner, it is a form of warranty. For example, you're not going to buy a pack of milk and expect that they're going to give you a formal warranty on that.
But it is a product.
When you have the best before date, it's telling you that this is the period within which you can use that milk or eggs or whatever. And if you keep those eggs in the proper storage conditions and they go bad within that period, then you can go back to the seller and you should be able to get a replacement.
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Ogudigbe. However, I won't let you go until you give your final words to the consumer. What advice do you have for them?
Okay, I think for consumers, I would say you should beware and be aware. The council can only help you after you have helped yourself, because you're the one who's buying the product. You know the reason why you're buying the product, and you know what you want to achieve with the purchase. So you should look at the product you're buying, be sure it meets your specifications, and be sure you have the right cover, the right warranty for that product, and also ensure that you keep your receipts and that you retain that link, so that at any time, if you have a problem with the product, you can always go back to the seller. And if you have any problem with the seller, please do come to the CPC.
Thank you very much, Ma. It's been a delight having you on the program. Viewers, you've heard it all. Don't hesitate to come to CPC if you feel that your rights have been tampered with in any form. However, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be looking at the activities of CPC and a segment on Consumer of the Week. Don't go away. To make a complaint to the Consumer Protection Council in order to obtain redress over a product or a service, you contact the seller or service provider and present your query. Ensure you keep relevant records of your conversation. If the problem is not resolved at this level, complain to CPC. Your complaint should be clear, providing relevant facts such as where and when you bought the product or service. You should state clearly what you want from the seller or service provider. Is it a refund, a repair, or a replacement? Complaints should be sent either to the CPC office nearest to you in any of our zonal offices across Nigeria, CPC head office in Abuja, the official email of the council, or by telephone. CPC does not charge fees for complaints. The CPC has declined a request by MultiChoice for a 6-week extension of the ongoing investigation into complaints of alleged violation of the consumer rights by subscribers of its digital satellite television, popularly known as DSTV.
The importance of your service cannot be overemphasized, because we here at the Consumer Protection Council regard the customer's satisfaction as the reason that we exist. And whenever we have multiple complaints that seem to be quite endemic, we think that we should respond to the cries of consumers and begin to look at how we can redress, talk with the operators, and where necessary, recommend better performance.
The investigation panel was to sit last week, but MultiChoice wrote to CPC requesting a 6-week extension be granted to enable it produce information and documents demanded at the first sitting held on the 31st of July 2015. CPC countered the short notice claim of MultiChoice, stating that the company's representatives at the first sitting of the investigation were duly put on notice on the need to make available to the Council the additional information and documents. CPC, however, granted MultiChoice a 2-week extension for the continuation of the investigation into DSTV's activities. By this development, the investigation panel is expected to resume sitting on the 10th day of September 2015. CPC instituted this investigation into DSTV's activities following a barrage of consumer complaints alleging wide-range abuse of subscribers' rights.
Welcome to the feedback and comment segment from the CPC social media platforms. First on our list is Toyan. He tweeted, "CPC is one of Nigeria's best kept secrets. They fight for me every time. Sadly, folks don't know their rights." Thanks, Toyan, and a very good point there. A lot of people are not aware of their rights as consumers, and that is why the Council is using this platform as one of its sensitization outlets to educate consumers. Next, Chista. He tweeted, "Dear online Nigerians, please follow the Consumer Protection Council. They are at least trying to get it right. Encourage them." Thanks, Chista, for that encouragement. Wale also tweeted, "Just when you think no agency functions properly in Nigeria, you run into CPC and they totally impressed me with their response time." Service Police tweeted, "If there's anything they can do to support the Council's fight for consumer protection, they are very much available." Thanks for your interest, Service Police. We are always ready to partner with organizations that can further project the rights of consumers. And finally, Benga tweeted, "Consumer Protection Council can only act on your behalf if you forward complaints to them." Which is true, Benga. We encourage consumers to speak out whenever their rights have been abused. Thank you very much for all your comments. This is the much we can take on this episode. Please continue to tweet at us and drop your comments on our Facebook and Twitter platforms, as shown on your screen. See you next time. I am AB Edith.